I have a late model 2009, 2010 Volkswagen EOS 2.0 turbo. I just want to touch up on the very common problems that I run into with Volkswagen and Audi four-cylinder turbo engines. Most common issue is the Pcv valve failure. It's a diaphragm that fails. The engine will be running rough, and you can check this by when the hood's open, loosen up the oil cap, lift it up, and if there's a big vacuum, you know that the PCV has failed. You can check this by removing here, and you can see how cheap this material is. It tears very easily, and this is separating the vacuum and the crankcase, so when it tears, then you get straight vacuum to the crankcase. It sucks oil in, burn oil, and blah blah blah. Another problem with these, and BMW and Ford and Mazda and older Lexus, is the direct injection. You can see all that carbon buildup. That happens from the oil vapors and other vapors getting into the intake tract and burning and leaving residue. And this is actually not too bad, but it gets really bad where it clogs up the holes and ports. You have to do an induction service every 30,000 miles, intake cleaning, or pull off the intake and scrub it down manually. There's no running special gas and all that stuff doesn't really prevent it from happening. And port injection will spray directly on the valves, and it'll actually keep it clean, but not the case of direct injection. Another common issue with these turbos is you'll get a code for the boost not reaching the correct value, and usually this is the boost electric bypass valve, and that's located on the front of the turbo down there. It's an electronic valve. It works kind of like a compressor recirculation valve or blow-off valve, and the diaphragm tears because it's got cheap junk diaphragm. Doesn't last very long. So if you're having not enough boost, that's a possible issue. Alright, another common issue. This is the intake manifold. This is the runner control valve, or whatever you want to call it. This will actually break off a lot of times, and you'll have to replace the intake manifold. And that's what I'm doing. This is the part that controls the runners, and the sensor on the side here. They sometimes go bad because they break loose. Okay, I'm back in the engine bay. So sometimes you'll have a code for the intake runner, and this wire can break or rub onto something, and you can replace this wire harness when the intake is removed. It's right here, one piece. This goes on that sensor that I showed you earlier, and this is a direct injection high pressure injector. And we'll look at the pintle here. You can see there's a lot of gunk on the tip of this pintle, and it partially blocks and makes the flow of fuel in the spray pattern really bad, so it doesn't get really very good gas mileage, and it drops the efficiency, and you get a carbon buildup on the pistons because of this. So you want to run a high quality fuel, top tier fuel, keep these clean. Okay, a couple other issues that I'd like to touch up on that you may not be aware of. This is the high pressure pump for the fuel injectors, direct injection. The regular pressure goes in here, and this is the high pressure comes out here, and those tend to leak, and they tear, and they can sometimes leak inside the engine fuel. And then, believe it or not, here's the water pump. It is a plastic water pump that's electronic, and that's self-explanatory. I'm pretty sure you can figure out that electronic water pumps that are made out of plastic aren't going to last forever. And we have a plastic timing cover. They tend to leak, especially when you have a lot of vacuum in the crankcase. And that's all I can think of right now. So I hope this helps you. And maybe next time, instead of getting a turbo car from Volkswagen, Audi, whatever, BMW, maybe look into a direct injection that is a little better, sprays on the valves instead of spraying into the combustion chamber directly, aka Subaru. They're a little bit smarter, but yeah. German Engineering, sie geil.